today I'm going to work to hook up my heater hoses, which is this plug right here, which is this joiner right here. The mechanic has it all electrical tied, tape down to keep it out of the way. So I've got to unfurl this tape from around the connection so it'll reach, because it's not gonna reach from where it is. So I've got this tape I've got to take off so it can stretch. So I'm going to do that and get that heat connected and see if my heater boxes are functioning, because I haven't done anything with that. I think that's seated okay. See a little gap, but clicked a little bit more. I think we've got a connection, and the cable is not touching anything for any shorts that I can tell. So he had it wrapped up and pinned back down here. All right, let's start her up and give her a chance to warm up. So a couple of turnover keys, probably about 7 times to turn her over and get her started, and just kind of hit the gas to power her down a little bit, but you know, haven't started her in about 3 weeks. So it's gorgeous out today, beautiful sunny day, but I'm going to get her on the road tomorrow for a trip up into Maggie Valley, North Carolina. And so today I'm gonna prep her, get her cleaned out, get my windshield cleaned off, and you know, just kind of, and then did the plug up on the heater, which I won't need. It's supposed to be almost 70 degrees tomorrow, so yeah, I had to take advantage of getting her out on the road, especially on a day where everybody's probably inside and not driving. And so that'll be a good day for me to hit a mountain route. So let's get her cleaned out for the rest of the day and get some stuff, get myself prepped for a trip tomorrow. All right, so I got the heater cable hooked up, and I've made a quick change on the road. In adjusting my controls up here on the dash and then going back and looking into the engine bay, I don't see like the fan running. So probably just my ignorance in how all of this works, but I do have the control on heat, and then almost to max I do feel air blowing, and I can smell heat. So I think something's happening, but I don't exactly understand. Out to get gas. I've got to drop a couple of things off at the UPS store for returns, and I'm going to take her to the car wash and get these wheels cleaned off. Ugh, yuck. They're covered in black mold from just sitting here, and so I'm going to bathe her up before I take this trip tomorrow. So I'll be back. Alright, so I just stopped at the VW guy, and he was there. It's Christmas Eve. He is retired and now can tinker around in his shop, and so blessings that he was there. So I did the one plug up, but the squirrel fan had a separate wire that gets hooked up to the battery. And that is what I was missing. And so now I've got the other thing that he did was he ran a wire from the front to the back for that fan and connected it to a toggle switch, which is underneath my dash to my left hand, that I have to pull forward to turn on, and I have to remember to turn it off when I park, otherwise it'll run and run the battery. So I've got a note down here to turn fan off until I get used to having it, because this is a first. So anyway, the other thing too that I'll keep an eye on is any gassing or anything like that. I don't have any leaks in the engine, but I do have a carbon monoxide detector in the bus, so that I can be sure that I don't have any issues with any type of toxicity. Christmas Day. I'm in the bus. I decided to take a journey. I don't observe Christmas, so I am in the mountains by myself this weekend, and me and the dogs, I decided to get on the road. Thought it would be a good day to get Alice on the road with very little traffic. Most people hunkered down for the day. So it also was supposed to be sunny and about 68 degrees today, and it did not turn out that way. They pushed that to tomorrow. So it's a little cool. I'm working to see if the heater that I got hooked up yesterday is gonna do something for us today. I have the dogs with me, and we're taking about an hour and a half drive through the mountains of the upstate into North Carolina to Maggie Valley. I have never been up there before. I heard it's very pretty, and I think there's one hike maybe I might try to do. I did wear my boots, so we'll see what happens. But so far, you know, the back roads are nice and quiet. Speed limit's probably about 45 or 50, which I think Alice will do well in the mountains. And got her all suited up yesterday and vacuumed out, checked the oil, checked the tires, put some air in, and so I'm just going to take a nice little drive today, do some reflecting, and enjoy being in Alice, since it's been about 3 weeks since I've run her. So we'll follow up with some video. So this is the little town of Clayton, Georgia, and 21 miles ahead is what I've got to go. So here we go. Welcome to North Carolina. not hot, but it definitely is keeping the chill at bay. So, woo, this is a climb right here. Glad it's too late because I got some cars coming up on me. Yeah, for sure. Working, right, is my brakes. So I did have those checked last year because there's a runaway ramp in case I need it. I think Alice would fly right off of it though. Downgrade. Quite a number of people out today. More than I expected. Coming into some clearing. Well, I just merged onto the Great Smoky Mountain Expressway. So I've got about 15 minutes or so to go to just kind of enter Maggie Valley, and when I get in there, I'm going to stop, and I've got a blanket in the back, and I've also got some towels that I can put over the dogs because it's a little bit chilly. The heater's not putting off as much, and maybe now it can. It was keeping up a little bit ago, but...
Stay in the left 2 lanes.
Okay, Siri, whatever your name is. So I just pulled out of that rest area and I give it a 10. I've got about 3.5 miles to go before the Maggie Valley turnoff. And it is windy. It's gusting, I'm gonna say probably about 15 or 20 miles an hour. So I've got a loose steering wheel to begin with from an incident several years ago, so it's kind of, I mean, it's safe, but it's got a lot of play in it, and so that adds to the trying to keep it solid when I'm driving in the wind. So anyway, a couple miles to go before we turn it off. I'm not sure if I've reached a point of no return, but that is frightening looking. And it is about 20-mile-an-hour winds, so it's moving pretty fast though. So check out how fast those clouds are moving. Wow. I'm not sure exactly what my route is going through the valley, but yeah. Maybe there's no rain in it and it's just cruising along. Stay. Girls just got out to go to the bathroom. And I stopped at this post office. And there's this cute little stream over here. I just stopped and fueled up so that I don't have to worry about the next 250 miles. So Alice is doing well. So I'm just coming out of that main drag in Maggie Valley, and I have to say it's like a Myrtle Beach in the mountains. You know, a lot of touristy type of stuff, which I can imagine at the height of the season is a cluster, and not any place that I'd probably be trying to get through. So this will be interesting to see this route here, Saco Road. I basically plotted my route home, which is another hour and a half, 2 hours through the hills here, and very windy. So hopefully I don't irritate too many people on the road, because it's down to one lane. Got one guy behind me, so hopefully I don't drive him crazy. But it is what it is. This stretch of road right here just opened up to 2 lanes, but it's getting ready to end. So my understanding is in September, October time frame here in Maggie Valley, there's a VW meetup for a week. So that must just be a ton of fun, but also frustrating for everybody to be following behind a bunch of buses and VWs that don't go very fast. So hitting the Blue Ridge Parkway. I'm all for a backroads adventure.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here.
So the sun's coming out as I'm nearing my house, but it's only 12:30. I left at 8:10 this morning, and I just literally did this whole roundabout the last 3 hours on the road in the country. So it was a little bit treacherous at a couple of places, but in hindsight, I've driven in worse. It's hard when you don't know the area, and then just the wind cutting through that valley was messing with me, and those big dark clouds kind of messed with me a little bit, thinking that I was going to be out stuck somewhere and like pouring down rain or something. So anyway, but overall I'd give the drive maybe an 8, because most of it is on highways, like 2-lane highways, which is good from the perspective of driving a bus because people can pass me, but bad because I don't really call that back roads. But it was nice. So rest in peace to John, my ex-husband, who passed away in November of 2018, and my second husband, Charles, who passed away in March of 2019, and my brother-in-law, Bob, who passed away in December of 2020, and my father-in-law, Harry, who passed away in January of 2021. And now my father, who passed away last week, December 19th, 2021. And I just pray for their souls, and I pray for anybody who has lost somebody, and especially during this time, that God brings you peace and you give it all up to Him, and know that what the future holds is the temple of the living God, where there's no more death, no more tears, no mourning. And Jesus says, "See, I make all things new." Pray for everybody for this end of 2021, and let's sail into 2022. God bless everybody.